Marshall Faulk, Hall of Famer, NFL Network, joins us here. One of the great running backs in NFL history. Marshall, welcome. How are you?
I'm good, Mike. I'm good.
All right, what do you guys got planned for the NFL Network this week? What do you start about? 7 in the morning, they drag you all in there, or what?
Massive hours of content talking about the Super Bowl. This is it for us, though. This is our time.
In your mind, has Marshawn Lynch, has he in any way created any cobwebs or anything in his head with how he's handled this week, or you think it's just been something that he doesn't want to deal with and it hasn't affected him at all? Or has this week affected him a little bit?
I hope, and this is my hope,
right.
I hope that the NFL kind of understands and really look at it for what it is and say, you know what, maybe it should be optional. Because for a guy like Marshawn Lynch, it's not like he's going through this and he doesn't want to talk to the media. I've been trying to do a one-on-one with this guy forever.
So you can't get a one-on-one with him?
I'm just saying, no one can.
Okay,
ever.
So this is not something he just created this week?
No.
Okay.
I'm talking
so
about
you, as a player, you can't
Buffalo.
even get him. You can't even get him. Okay.
Back from Buffalo, his Buffalo days.
Something happened to him, or this is just his way?
This is who he is.
Okay.
He does not believe that talking does anything.
Right.
It's all about on the field.
But he has commercials too, though. So
No.
he doesn't have a Skittles commercial or something like that? Oh, I thought he did. Okay.
No, they run a Skittles promo.
Okay.
But he has never, not a commercial.
No, nothing. He hasn't cut anything. He hasn't made it. Okay. So he's this. I mean, so we don't know. Eddie Murray was like that in baseball. He had gotten burned by a guy first year he was in the league, and then he was terrible to the media his whole life. Teammates swore by him, but he was just miserable to the media. Steve Carlton, I saw it. I remember, I'm old enough to remember Dwayne Thomas coming to the Super Bowl and wouldn't talk to anybody, but that was Super Bowl 5 and 6. It was a whole different world. But he wouldn't talk to anybody. I mean, and that was a big deal even then when he wouldn't do it. This is one of the first guys we've seen like this in a long time who's come here and done this.
It is, because usually guys are using this as a platform.
Right.
To kind of improve their brand.
So you don't think he's off his game, though, or anything? You think he doesn't even affect him, right?
I actually think he felt himself coming off of his game, having to do media day.
Interesting.
With the need to do media day, and he tried it, gave it 5 minutes, 6 minutes actually. Let me credit him his minute, and then kind of walked to the side. Wasn't really behind, but just to the side, and was like, this is not for me.
Denver's been their experience, and they've been the quiet team all week. There's been nothing that's going on with Denver. Peyton Manning handles all the millions of people. The rest of the team just goes about its business. Seattle's had their little things, Lynch, and obviously Sherman having a whole court and everything. You think that with no experience, does it concern you that Seattle at all? Or you think they'll be ready?
No,
for this
because this is who both of these franchises. This is who they are. Pete Carroll is a flamboyant
loosey-goosey.
Like, yeah, he's just kind of like happy-go-lucky,
right,
or whatever. And if you think about all the guys they've had suspended for various reasons,
right,
and stuff like that, I mean, they've always done this. But the thing about it is, even at the NFL Network, we cover them a little bit, regardless of how good they are.
Right.
Here in New York, you guys cover them none. Until they beat the crap out of the Giants.
Right.
They don't get attention, but they've had issues. They talk. Richard Sherman has been talking
all year
since he's been in the league, not
right,
just since he's been in the league.
Yep.
So we just don't give them that attention, and that's why they're the story. Now, Denver understands one thing. When you play against Seattle, they want to drag you into a fight. Denver's trying to play football. They want to play strategy, play football. They want you to try to beat them without being mad or angry at them.
Right.
Because obviously you get someone upset, boy, he could be a beast. But if you're just going to play and you just have to line up and play, well, can you do your job without being angry at the guy across from you? He hasn't given you any ammunition to be
let's
mad.
be honest. The Denver-New England game, and we're talking about Marshall Faulk, NFL Network, the Denver-New England game looked like a September walk in the park in terms of intensity. The other game was just the San Francisco-Carolina, San Francisco-Seattle. Those were nasty, intense, tough football games. Much more physical, much rawer than the Denver game was. The Denver game seemed soft compared to how tough the other game was.
You saw a lot of personal battles being settled out there, and I'm going all the way back from Carroll at SC and Harbaugh at Stanford.
Right. Yep.
I mean, it's some deep-rooted dislike.
I mean, the officials had to set a picket line before the game, which they went out of their way to do to keep them away from each other.
And I believe Jim Harbaugh going into the playoffs and late in the season got his team to thinking in a nasty way, because they did the same thing to Carolina.
Oh, they did.
Carolina.
Both teams. The NFL actually felt that game. They reprimanded the officials, I'm told, because they felt they actually lost control of the game.
Yes.
Which they really did.
Yes, and it got Carolina away from their game. And San Francisco tried to take that to Seattle.
And in Seattle, they told them right away. Steratore told them to knock it off. It was not going to happen. So you expect some of that on the Super Bowl stage, or not too much? You think Seattle do a lot of talking? Will Seattle do a lot of talking to Denver, though?
They will talk, but Denver's not.
They won't listen.
It's not even about talking for Denver.
Right.
Like Denver is like they're on the mission. They're sitting down. Someone's yelling in their ear, and they won't even look. That's what it's going to be like. They have a job to do.